What's going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 35 of the French Fox podcast, the show where the members of the French Fox Productions team gather around a table, usually one that's only meant for 4 people, and we just talk about daily things going on. Today we have got Dylan.
Hey.
Noah.
Hi.
And I am Will, so sit back, relax, get in your nice warm bubble bath, but make sure not to drop your phone in the water. Steve, Tim, let's roll that intro.
French Fox. French Fox.
Yeah.
French Fox. French Fox.
Yeah.
French Fox. French Fox.
That intro never gets old. I love it. Now it's time for
That
one
was
of our...
such a forced
Thank you
reaction.
for that.
That was the most
I
forced
love
reaction I've
Yeah,
ever
but
heard.
it's true. It's true. I love that intro. Now it's time for everyone's favorite segment, Between Two Intros,
Ooh.
with Ben Gaffanakis. Ben wanted me to share this piece of wisdom with you. It's a quote by Gandhi. It says, "The heart wants what it wants."
Wow.
By
Is that actually a quote by Gandhi?
By Mahatma Gandhi. Or Gandhi.
Did Gandhi actually start that saying?
And that has been Between Two Intros with Ben
Wow, all right.
Gaffanakis.
That's great.
I think it is Gandhi.
Oh.
Gandhi is the one who's saying, "The heart wants what it wants." Right?
Yeah.
That was Gandhi.
Oh, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure. Now it's time for everyone's second favorite segment, because everyone's favorite is Between Two Intros.
Of course.
Second favorite segment. Since we last spoke, Steve, Tim, let's roll another intro.
Talking is easy, we gotta catch up. Please don't hold a single little thing for me. Since we last spoke.
Okay, now that one I'm being serious. I love that one.
No, that one is good.
I like that one.
So if you are unfamiliar with this segment, this is a segment where we just talk about what's been going on in our lives since we last spoke. Does anyone, I think Dylan has something he wanted to share, right?
Yes. Well, first, maybe if Noah has context that he wants to give to this, he can. But this is what reminded me of the story, because it's actually from a while ago.
Wow.
But Noah, you said you fell off a skateboard, correct?
I did.
Do you have any context? Is there a story there? Or do you want? Is that?
It's not super interesting. I just was riding my skateboard. Is that? Yeah, that's riding my
You
skateboard.
were skating.
I was see, like I feel weird. I feel weird calling it skating, but I was riding my skateboard to a coffee shop and I
Wearing
was like,
Thrasher.
Wearing Thrasher, of course. Yeah.
Yes.
And I was
Wait.
yeah.
Like a coffee shop or like Starbucks?
No, a coffee shop.
Okay.
Yeah,
Dude,
I
the
live in
local
Los Feliz.
coffee shop.
There are very trendy local coffee shops. That
You
I
He
can
has his
afford.
AirPods in. He's got a
I
backwards
literally
cap.
did. I literally did. Backwards cap AirPods.
I knew
know what's
it.
funny?
I
And-
knew it.
I'm scared to admit this, but a Thrasher sweatshirt because I didn't understand the meme behind it. It's just it looks
see,
nice. I don't wear sweaters a lot.
You're the kind of person that I use to have empathy for everybody, because like I know that I like you as a person, but if I saw you on the street, I would be so angry.
Wait, what is a Thrasher sweatshirt? Like it says
It's
Thrasher?
just a skate magazine, I think.
But it's like everybody wears it now, just because it's like, oh look, I am like Hesh. Like that's the connotation
Got
at
it,
this
got
point.
it.
yeah.
Okay, keep going. So you have your AirPods in?
Yeah. But by the way, I didn't buy this Thrasher sweater. I think I found it on the ground
Okay,
somewhere.
sure.
And then washed it. I swear to God.
That was like,
okay.
I found it on the ground of a Thrasher fan store.
And then paid for it.
Yeah. But so then I was skating. And I was like, I can go fast. I skated when I was younger.
I'm wearing a Thrasher sweater.
I'm wearing, I'm decked out. Worst case scenario, my AirPods go flying, but
Were you wearing
they're
a
only
helmet?
super expensive. I was not wearing a helmet. I'm not a
Dude,
beep. I didn't want to deal with editing the beep in there.
Okay.
But just think of that same bad word from the last podcast where there were censors. I'm not a beep, Will. I was not wearing a helmet. I was wearing a backwards hat. And I was like, I can go as fast as I want because worst case scenario, I fall off my board and like I have balance. I'm not going to face plant.
I don't know if that is the worst case scenario. I don't know if you understand worst case scenario.
Right. But in my mind, it was the worst case scenario. But anyway, so then I'm skating super fast and I hit a crack and the story kind of just falls apart from here. I fell. And
Oh, that's
it was
sad.
embarrassing.
But this was pretext for Dylan's story,
Yeah,
right?
I don't know why I needed to go deeper
but-
into that story.
well,
I just
I-
fell off a skateboard.
I felt bad like bringing up a story that you had told and then just like flying by it to tell my story. So I wanted to give you the opportunity, and it ended up being funny. Please stop me. I'm realizing because it was so long ago. There's a chance that I have said this story before.
None of us will remember.
All right. In that case, the viewers won't remember either. Ha!
I mean, listeners? Who are you pointing
Viewers.
to? Dylan pointed to
At the
someone.
viewers. I'm pointing at the viewers of the podcast on Stitcher. Hey guys. But so anyway, I am also a skater boy. But no, once I was skating with my friends. This was like November or something. And this is like outside of a Jack in the Box, and there's this really empty parking lot next to the drive-thru. So it was like, I'm not good, and I'm not going to pretend to be. So it was just like rolling around. And
Right.
I just got to my food, I think, and then I'm rolling in front of the drive-thru thing because I'm dumb. And all of a sudden...
Wait. Do you mean what do you mean in front of the drive-through thing?
I'm just with my friends, so they start going in front really, and I'm behind them. So I'm like about to get to the end of the sidewalk, and then I see
Wait, I thought it was a drive-through.
Okay, so there's
so
it's the sidewalk in front of. Let me set the scene. It's a Jack
Yes,
in the
please.
Box. There's a sidewalk in front of it. Then there's
Right.
the drive-through where like the sidewalk's interrupted, and there's like that crosswalk type thing in the middle, so that people can walk through the drive-through if they have to.
Wait, you can walk through
Across
drive-thru-
it, like
oh,
across
oh, I
it.
see what you're saying.
Like you
Gotcha.
can cross through.
And you
Yeah.
were skating.
So my friend in front of me starts to skate across that. And all of a sudden I see him stop and he kind of like tumbles off his board and this car almost hits him. And I'm like, ah! So I stop and mine like rolls away and I'm on the floor and I'm like, who just almost ran over my friend? So that
Wait, you stopped skating and your skateboard slid away?
No, because I like kind of slid off it to try and stop because
Oh,
I was
okay.
about to be at a point where I'd be hitting the car.
Okay.
So I was like, but then we look through the window as it starts to roll down. We're like, is this person like mad at us? Because nobody actually like hit him or he didn't hit any of us. But no, it's our English teacher and his daughter. And he's like, hey guys, what are you up to? And we're like, hi, we're just, you know. And
Being
he's like,
hooligans.
yeah, he was like, sorry, I almost ran you over. And we were like, that's all good.
Dylan
Because it
gets
was our fault. But it was a pretty crazy coincidence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it a coincidence? Is that...
I don't know.
Yeah.
That it was our teacher that almost ran us over.
Yeah.
This
that's
wasn't
a
by the
coincidence.
school either. This was like other side of the area.
When you don't want to be specific about where you live.
Yeah.
or
Even
go to
though
school.
Noah
Even the
already-
other side of the area. You know that area.
The region.
Noah gave an exact location.
I did.
Where he literally gave a city.
Yeah. It's Los Feliz. Look me up, guys.
Yes.
So you were talking about AirPods, and something I learned about AirPods while at work yesterday was that you can track them on your phone.
Yeah.
If they're connected to your phone.
If they're both in the case, fully charged.
Right,
like,
but that can be helpful if you
Right.
leave them somewhere.
But the more likely scenario is that you're going to lose one of the actual AirPods. And
Right,
you can't track
right.
them individually. So
So what happens at work is I get a call. It's like 10 o'clock at night, so no one's coming in. We close in 2 hours.
Right.
And it's this lady calling. She goes, hi, I'm pretty sure I left my AirPods there. I was there around 4:30. So I hadn't been at work yet, so I had no idea. So I'm like, let me grab a manager because anything valuable that gets lost goes to a manager, right?
Right. So he can keep it and sell it on eBay.
Exactly.
For sure, yeah.
No, but I'm listening into the manager talking, and the manager's saying like, no, we didn't find any AirPods. I'm sorry about that. Let me take your information. Let me.
A likely
He said-
story.
he
just like
says-
the Americana was on the burger. Yeah, okay.
He says this with one AirPod in his ear.
Where's the other one?
You only wear one AirPod, don't you know? To be cool. You
Oh,
only wear
I
one.
wouldn't know. I can't afford it.
What you do is you put an AirPod in your less dominant ear, so you can still have it's like background music to your life. And are you about to pull out your AirPods?
No, I'm taking
Oh,
my keys out of my pocket.
Okay.
I was taking out my AirPods. I'm admitting it now. I was trying to be sneaky. I was going to put them in my ears under the headphones, and I was going to do a big reveal.
That's funny.
to you guys.
To-
but-
well,
to you guys.
Oh.
This isn't being videotaped, so the viewers are
Okay.
completely left out. But
but so this lady, we take her information. Someone walks in at 11 o'clock, okay, and says, "My AirPods are here."
wait, is this PM or?
PM?
Okay,
we're
that's
late.
the night one.
Yes,
Clarify.
PM is night. It's post midday, which means night.
Post menstruation.
Exactly.
Okay.
And this woman walks in and she says, my AirPods are here. And I'm like, oh, were you the one who was calling earlier? Let me grab a manager. And the manager comes out and is like, oh, like I said, I'm so sorry, but let me take your information. She pulls out her phone and it shows that her AirPods are in the restaurant. And this is when I learned that you can track AirPods. And that's a touchy thing because we're not going to lie. We don't want, we're not going to steal your AirPods.
Right.
As a company, we don't want to do that because then we're screwed, But her AirPods are clearly in the restaurant somewhere, but we don't know where they are. Does someone have them? It can't be someone. So but no, I know the staff. No one would take it home. So it was an interesting way to learn that you can track AirPods. And
also, you don't want to use other people's AirPods. It's really gross.
Sometimes I don't want to put in my wireless headphones. I don't have AirPods, so that's why I say wireless headphones because they're so gross.
Yeah,
I mean, people just even at school will be showing me a video and they offer me like a headphone and I'm always skeptical. I eye that thing really carefully. I'm like, okay.
Which is why when I borrow headphones from people, I have very waxy ears. I clean them off before I give them back. I turn on the sink and I just kind of put them under and then I give them back.
Can't do that with AirPods.
I give them back and I get a text like, what'd you do to my headphones? They're not working. I can do that with my wireless headphones.
Clean,
I can wash them.
They're completely waterproof?
You can't go in pressure. You can't go diving in a pool or something, but you can wash them. That's the point. Because they're meant for running, so they're meant to get kind of gross. But
what happens to you when you run? What?
No, you just sweat. So if you're sweating and it touches the outside, whatever. We don't need to know about that. Also, my ears get sweaty when I run. The inside.
That is strange.
Does it happen to anyone else?
No.
No? No one knows giving me a very no. It kind of looks like a fish right now. Speaking of fish, do you know what it's time for? It's time for salmon.
Yeah.
Woo!
Go, salmon, go.
All right. So this is salmon where we swim upstream. I don't know what the intro for this is, but...
It's that. You just did it.
Okay.
It's slapping your legs.
What? He didn't slap his leg. I didn't see that.
No, that was salmon swimming upstream, Noah.
They swim through the room whenever we say it.
Yeah.
Upstream, of course.
Upstream.
No comment.
First thing, I know that... Augie and Dylan talked about this on last week's podcast. They talked to Noah. Okay, I just want to say Noah has been opening chips, not quiet chips, Pringles and pretzels and eating them. He's been putting his mic between his legs and holding them off to the side. And I don't know if you can. Oh.
Sorry, there's a little bit of feedback in the audio there. I
Yeah,
don't know what
that was his pretzels. What? He's not even eat. Oh, he is. But he chose the chewiest, crunchiest foods.
What? You don't dissolve pretzels under your tongue for 40 minutes before swallowing them?
Oh, well, yes, pretzels, of course. But
right.
Oh, what was that?
What?
But so our first piece of salmon is going to be, like I said, I know that
our first piece of salmon.
Yeah, fresh off the grill.
I didn't know we were eating these salmon. I feel like we betrayed them.
So like I said, this is not the third time I'm saying it. Augie and Dylan already talked about the college scandal, about getting into college. If you didn't hear about it, just look up college admission scandal. You'll find out.
The scandal is that people aren't getting into college.
That's not the scandal.
No,
just don't listen to Dylan. But the point is, parents are paying money to get their kids into school. People are surprised, even though it's not that surprising.
Well, not paying tuition, bribing.
No, bribing. They're bribing their way into school. It's
illegal.
Go listen to last week's podcast to hear about it. Dr. Dre posted something. Let me find the exact quote. He said, "My daughter got accepted into USC all on her own. No jail time." He said this on Saturday, so yesterday from when we're filming it, almost a week ago from when this is being released. But someone uncovered that in 2013, it's true, he didn't bribe anyone. She got in, legally. But in 2013, does anyone want to guess what he did?
Donated a ton of money.
How much to USC?
$10 billion.
Not quite that much.
$6 billion.
Not billion.
$800 million.
No, $700,000.
No, $70 million.
Oh, but that's okay. I was purposely going high to make the whatever really low number you're gonna say sound weird, but that's a lot higher than I genuinely expected.
Yeah,
that's so much money. That's so much money.
My daughter got it on her own.
Which brings up another question. There are legal ways to get in that are not very ethically correct, like donating $70 million.
Augie and I touched on this, but I did want to. I did want to talk about it more, so I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was going with it. I know you talked about specific people, but I want to go into more the idea that you can still, it's not, I'm air quotes, it's not bribery when you donate a building in your name and then suddenly your kids and your grandkids and your great grandkids all have admission. I mean, it's slimy though. But my question is it fair? You worked hard to have this money to donate to a school, and maybe it's your alma mater and you just want to donate and you want your kids to go there. Is it, if you worked hard to make this money and you're just donating it to someone, is it okay to do? Or does it give you, I know it gives you an unfair advantage, but you worked hard for this advantage.
I would say it's not fair because it's not like you worked hard to get this money and then it is the colleges are legally selling like free tickets into the college. That would be a different thing. And I would probably still think that was unfair depending on how they did it, but that would just be a different thing. But this is still very sneaky feeling, and it's still taking away opportunities that could be given to people that don't have the money like that, where they can just pay $70 million to get into college. Like,
so my thoughts are, it depends on like how bad the student is. Like if it's kind of like this, where I don't know, my thought is already escaping me, but basically like if they did terribly in school and like really like were not pushing it all for high school. Like if they were kind of like, or for college, if they were kind of like me, where it's like they slacked off, they didn't do well on their SAT or whatever, and then they only get in because of that donation, that's really unfair. But I think if they worked really hard, they're maybe not quite at that level that like the top students who get into those schools are, but they clearly really pushed their schoolwork and like are dedicated and like passionate about getting into the school, and then also their parent donated, and that's then I think it's like
really quickly. I just want to say like what I'm talking about is not bribing your way in. I'm talking about giving legal large amount donations.
Legally bribing your way in.
I'm talking about legal.
Wait, no, I know, but
but
that's
still,
what I'm
still
talking
pretty
about.
much bribing your way in. But
listeners.
Yeah.
And a personal example of this, my dad went to not so well known Pitzer College, and he doesn't donate millions of dollars. He maybe donates like
$20 a year. And
maybe $1,000 a year or something.
Right.
Or he doesn't anymore, but he used to. He felt like it's kind of his duty as a student. He was one of the first students there when it opened.
Wow.
Maybe not the first, something like that. But when I went there to visit because I was interested in the school, they're like, we definitely have scholarship opportunities. And one of the questions they literally asked me was, have your parents donated to our school? And I was like, I wasn't familiar at the time. I was like, I'm not sure. And my dad was there with me, and he was like, yes, but I'm this level donor. And they're like, oh, we only really do scholarships for this level donor.
Oh.
So it's like, what?
Well, I guess scholarships are a little bit different because that does imply that you're already in, and then it's just how much money are they covering for you.
But is it really a scholarship if this person is donating $10 million?
Yeah, it's weird. I think my overall thing with it, because Noah, I see what you're saying, but what it keeps coming down to for me is just I mean, for me, it's already hard to afford college. This Augie and I also touched on, so I'm really going to abbreviate it. But then just in America, there's a really huge wealth gap, as everyone knows. But the people that are even way more underprivileged than me, and I think all of us, then some of those people will have worked harder, or even if not, just are the ones that, in terms of academics or intelligence, should get into those colleges. And for me, it comes down to, I don't like that the spots that could be theirs are being replaced by people, even if these are people that worked really hard or got pretty good grades. I just think it should be regardless of money. I don't care how much money you're making. It should just be how smart you are. You can get into the college.
Right. And that's kind of what I'm saying is I'm saying just like a little bit twisted version of that, which is that like, first of all, keep in mind that if you grow up with a very wealthy or like successful parent, life is different and not necessarily always easy, and like, oh, you can have anything you want. Like, why? Like, it can be miserable, and it can really, really affect like
well, I mean, there's
social
a lot
life
of struggles.
and everything.
I'm not saying that like wealth is the only struggle that anybody has.
But what I'm saying is like with that might affect like how they're able to perform in school, and like they might be really dedicated and like really want to get to this university the same as like other people. And I'm not saying they should have that upper hand, but I'm saying compared to a student who doesn't care about school and like who just kind of slacked off, whose parent did a really big legal donation, they're like, okay, yeah, we could like wiggle you in here. versus someone who's like almost at that level, but there's like someone who like just not quite there, and then their parent also like donated a ton of money to that school. Then it's like, I feel like that's different than a student who doesn't even care about this at all, and like
I think
just got in because their parent
totally
wanted
understand
them to.
where you're coming from, but I still end up with the opinion. I mean, I just think I just applied to a bunch of colleges. I haven't heard back from most of them yet, but I can tell you almost for a fact, and I mean, like, I didn't even include because it's just not appropriate. Everybody has struggles in life, and they don't want to read everybody's pamphlets on, like, this is why I am so upset. So it's like, everybody has their stuff, but I know for a fact almost that they will not be taking into consideration anything and won't even know about anything for me or for anyone that I know about, like, what struggles they've been through or in general. So then it just still comes down to, I almost feel like then you're paying for them to like sympathize and then give you that spot. And it's still, I don't think that should be a paid right. I think if I do think that colleges, it would be great if they could develop a system where for admissions, they took into account different people's struggles, stuff like that, more than they do right now. But I still don't think it should be based on wealth or how much money you donate or that kind of stuff.
Really quickly, if anyone understood the first part of what Dylan just said, please write in on the comments and give a little
Sometimes-
synopsis.
And if anyone understood any part of what I said, then please tell me, because I
Please
don't.
write in. So
Sometimes I start talking and then I'm still calibrating my
Same,
opinion
yeah, no.
as I'm going. So it's
Yeah.
like the words are coming as
So
I
I think
speak.
I think to put an end to this, I think what we're saying is, or kind of like our general consensus is, in a perfect world, there would be no money involved. Legal money is for a hardworking student is legally okay, but ethically maybe not the best thing. Illegal is just wrong. Can we put an end to that?
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to our second piece of salmon, a little bit of a different direction. Has anyone seen the trailer for the new
Yes.
Dora the Explorer movie?
Yes, and I don't know
Yes.
how I knew you were going to say that, but
How
I
did
think I saw it like trending on Twitter on my way
Yeah.
over here.
Wait, what do you mean on your way over here? Weren't you driving?
But
What?
in my Uber was
your
Of
Uber.
course. Self-driving car.
I already admitted to I made a tweet while driving about tweeting while driving.
no.
But anyway, bad decisions, kids. Don't do that. But yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch the trailer, thankfully, because I was driving. But I just saw that it was trending and that it's like her in high school.
Yeah, I don't really
And
get
it's
it.
like Dora and the Lost City or something like that.
I don't know.
It is titled.
I didn't see the trailer. I just
Didn't they
I
already
heard of
do
it.
a live action Dora too?
It is called.
No, that was a parody
It is
of
called.
what is actually happening now.
right.
It is called Dora and the Lost City of Gold. And it has one of my favorite actors in it, the guy from
Dora.
Ant-Man,
Oh.
the guy who talks really fast.
Oh, yeah,
Is he
yeah.
Diego?
No, I don't know. I watched the trailer, but
If Dora's a high schooler, and
I
you
realized it after I
Diego,
said it. I was like, wait a
that'd be
minute.
really scary.
I think he's like.
Oh wait, he's Boots. He's Boots.
No,
I
no.
heard about this. I thought.
No, he's not Boots. Boots is actually a monkey that doesn't speak and does not wear boots.
no,
He's a CGI monkey.
like realistic.
Why?
Pet
Yeah,
monkey.
do you want to? I
Dora
don't.
taking realistic.
Okay, in all honesty, I don't know that he doesn't speak because I watched the trailer with no.
He definitely speaks, and that's probably like a huge reveal at like the end of the trailer. Is he like says
Yes,
something?
I thought you were gonna say at the end of the movie.
Oh,
I
his
was
name is Michael Pena, right? Pena.
That sounds
He,
familiar.
He's not the Boots, I don't think, because I saw him like
Oh,
himself.
is he the mariachi man that goes?
No. What I think is weird, I think they're
The
trying.
insects.
I don't
Little bugs.
understand.
Yeah.
I don't understand if they're trying to make Dora like oh, this is a movie that everyone can come watch and enjoy, or if it's like this is a movie for little kids.
And why is it like a grounded approach to Dora? Is the impression I'm
Right.
getting? It's like
Right.
That's
So-
not. It's not the brand to do that with. Like,
I'm wondering
pick
if
a
they're
different idea.
I'm wondering if they're trying to do like a. I don't remember what just did this, but
Paw Patrol.
Deadpool.
no, it was like
Wait,
some
live action Paw Patrol.
You guys didn't see that? It was
But-
like Airbud Entertainment action movie, R-rated, really good.
No, but I wonder if they're trying to do like trying to appeal to people who watched it when they were younger, as opposed to like current generation of kids.
I
Like,
mean, that would be me, right? Dora was one of my
Yeah, me
favorite
too.
shows.
Right.
But I'm
because
confused.
it looks like darker and
I don't really have
edgier
nostalgia
and like
for it though.
I kind of do, but like it's
Well, for like the animated show,
Wait,
but
really
not enough
quick.
to like go watch a movie about
Have
it.
we all not seen the trailer, or at least not with sound on?
I haven't seen the
I
trailer.
don't think we've
Okay,
seen
so
it.
just to preface, all of our opinions
Maybe
are
we should
invalid.
like
but
watch it and then come back.
All of our opinions are always
Should
invalid.
we take a second to watch it?
No, we're
We
fine.
can.
I like just
off
talking
podcast.
about it.
We can just watch
I
it. and
love
then come
talking
back.
about stuff I'm not.
Yeah,
educated.
that's the point.
I guess regardless of if it's dark and grounded in the trailer or not, I don't think it's actually going to be as dark as I'm imagining. But
Right.
it's live action and she's a high schooler, so it already speaks to they're trying to make it
Is she
more
a high
grounded.
schooler? Who says she's a high schooler?
Look at the
That's what
actress.
the Twitter moment
yes,
said.
the actress is definitely
Okay,
an older, but she
yes,
might be
but-
playing someone
right.
who's Dora's age.
I did also read somewhere a synopsis that was like, Dora in high school now has to find the impossible lost city. Like it's like Uncharted, but with Dora.
she
Is she
has-
gonna go to class and stuff? I don't want to see that.
Dude,
No,
it's like
I
Spider-Man
don't-
Homecoming.
I
I
don't.
don't-
I think she lives in the jungle.
Wait,
I
they
don't
did
know.
make that spin-off show that was animated that was Dora in high school, and her head was no longer a watermelon.
What?
What?
You guys didn't see that?
No.
It was
I
like Dora
don't
and
believe so.
friends on an adventure.
That's not real.
Boots was not in it. It made me upset. Look
Huh.
it up. Animation style
Follows.
difference.
Okay.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna read a synopsis.
Yes.
Follows teenage. Okay. The movie follows teenage Dora as she embarks on an adventure to save her parents and explore the lost city. So, Michael Pena is her father, not Boots.
That sounds
Oh,
like an
there's a
original plot
swiper.
idea.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
But what I'm gonna ask is, where's backpack and where's
So
map?
backpack is on her back, and it is
Oh,
just a
okay.
regular backpack.
Why?
So
See-
is Swiper just gonna be like a CGI, like realistic
I don't
fox
know.
going like, "Hey,
Here's-
give me your
Or
stuff."
no, what if honestly it could be like a scary thing, like just a realistic fox that's like hunting
okay,
her
here's
down.
my question. Here's my question.
Dark Dora movie. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be so-
Dora is for kids, right? We can like the TV show is for children to watch.
I
and-
disagree.
Okay,
I
Dude, that's like
more
saying
of a
anime is
statement,
for
like
children.
a fact. But
well,
Dora is beloved
it's
anime.
your opinion.
the point.
I happen to like Dora currently.
The point is, if it's like Noah said, if it's trying to appeal like people like us who maybe were younger when we watched it, it doesn't make like if it's PG, I'm not gonna go see it. But if it's PG-13, I'm not gonna go see it because I don't want to.
Well,
see
no, but think about like Aladdin, the Aladdin reboot or remake
that's
or
a
whatever.
little bit different to me.
Like
'cause-
that's going to be probably PG or like appealing to kids
But
still,
Aladdin-
but mainly for people who watched Aladdin when they were
Aladdin
younger or
is a
whatever.
movie I can watch now and still enjoy.
Well,
like
and
the
Aladdin
original.
No, I know,
kind of
yeah.
works as an adaptation into an action movie. Like, I don't know if
Of
the
course.
movie's going to be good, but the
Yeah.
idea makes sense to me. Whereas Dora, there was no element of action
Right.
or adventure. Aladdin has
What do you
that element
mean?
already.
No, and that's what I'm saying is that
Adventure
like,
maybe,
it works
but-
with Aladdin, but
Yeah.
I wonder if that's still their
Also,
mindset.
is
behind
Dora?
it.
Am I going to be in the theater and Dora's going to look out to the audience and be like,
I hope
"Help
so.
me find"?
I was thinking
Michael
that.
Pena.
I was like,
Is
Or
Just
she
this-
won't do it the entire movie, and then the after credit scene will be her like
God, yeah.
like a Ferris Bueller thing where she looks at the camera and she's like, "Oh, how did you like the movie?"
No, the post-credit scene is going to be she finally gets reunited with her parents and they evaporate into dust and she has to go fight.
Oh, did she join the MCU?
Yeah, she
the
has to
only
fight
one who can
Thanos.
defeat Thanos.
Backpack.
Dun,
she teams up with
dun,
Backpack
dun.
and Map to defeat Thanos.
Yes.
And Boots definitely disappears. She's left alone.
100% Boots.
Oh
dies,
yeah, that's who she's trying to save.
She has to team up with Swiper.
Boots-
in Dora 2. Dora and
Dora
Swiper
2.
fight Thanos.
and Boots gets stuck in the quantum realm.
Yes.
Uh,
Wait, have you? Okay, wait. What was I gonna say? Oh, so I think my issue with it is that, as I'm thinking about it, is the show is not made in a narrative way. Like the primary reason for the show, every episode is driven not by like a story that they're following.
I don't think you've ever seen Dora.
No, I have. It's
There's
the
a plot.
education.
Yes,
no, there's
but
a
there's-
plot, but it's not the education is serving the plot. You're not learning things to understand the plot. The plot is there so that you're entertained while
Yeah,
you're learning.
like
So
every kid
That's
show.
why, yes, and it's not a bad thing. It's a great thing. That's why it's so successful because it's good at that. But that's why it feels weird, I think, to translate that into a movie where it does not at least appear like that's what they're going for. Like, this doesn't feel like it's an educational movie. It feels like it's an adventure movie.
And I still haven't decided if I want to see it, but I think I've decided yes. Just to say I've seen it.
I mean, yes, I do want. I think that it's also because it's an educational show. They don't need to have the thing that a lot of good narrative things need, which is really interesting, like the what if situation or what is unique about this. Like, she's just, when it comes down to it, she's a girl who is going and like exploring stuff and helping people. So I don't know. We'll see.
All right. Well, moving on from that, our third and final piece of salmon. This one's been on the grill for a long time. We're
Yeah,
really
seriously.
gonna cook it up.
I think you overcooked it, dude.
When I say the name Andrew Yang,
Oh, yeah.
do you know who that is?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Andrew Yang is running for president in 2020.
Oh. It's a problem. that I don't
Relatively
know then.
unknown, not going to win, just kind of running
Huh.
to run.
Wow,
Why
that's
not?
rude.
Sorry, Andrew.
Well, none of you knew his name.
Well, but now
Well,
everybody that listens,
Yeah.
the Stitcher population
we
will
just
be
got
voting.
Andrew Yang 50 more votes.
Wow.
You're welcome, Andrew Yang.
But the reason he's kind of going big is that he has proposed that everyone will get a monthly income of $1,000. And
I
it's
don't
kinda-
want that.
It's kind of, well, it made me think, what would you do
Make
with
it
your
more.
$1,000 income?
Live.
Live?
yeah.
Have it,
But
own it,
like
keep it.
my thing is like I currently have a job right now, and it would apply to people who already have jobs too.
Yeah.
So like, what do I do with an extra $1,000 a month?
Does he understand if everybody's getting $1,000, then nobody? You are majoring in economics or minoring, right? Are you majoring in
Minor.
minor? So you will be able to. I'm going to phrase this as a question.
It is not economically sound.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
if
yeah,
everybody's
it's-
getting the same amount of money. That's like the principle of just print more money. Like then it'll just.
I see what you're saying. Maybe I'm wrong. Like, you know, the uber wealthy or the wealthy won't be getting it. It's really just meant to be like, you know, there's a lot like for people who are all of their money is going to living, food,
Oh,
and
like
stuff
paycheck
like
to
that.
paycheck? Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
It's like, okay, let's subsidize them. Let's give them $1,000 a month, so the money they make at
So
work.
it might be like people below the poverty line or something.
I'm pretty sure it's for everyone, like most people.
Or at least he might be
So-
making it sound like that.
Right,
so.
right. So I think the idea is like for someone like me, you know, I'm lucky. I still live at home. I go to college really close to my house. And I still work, but I only work 3 days a week. My average paycheck is somewhere around like $400. I don't feel bad sharing
Whoa,
that.
you're rich, dude.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Dude,
So
Better
you
than
know,
my average paycheck.
that's like
Better than mine.
$800. That's like $800 a month. And if I were living on my own, that would not be enough to sustain myself,
not in
right?
LA, yeah.
No.
So I think the idea is give everyone $1,000. That's enough to cover their housing.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is this nationwide?
Yeah. He's running for the U.S. president, not California
Well,
president.
no, I know, right, but
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
I didn't. That's
Yeah.
The issue also is that you just I don't think in this climate can get elected with something like that because
Look.
that's like actually I don't have a huge problem with it because of this, but I think a lot of people would see it as a step towards communism, which everybody's
it
scared
literally
of, so.
is. like,
Yeah.
I'm all for socialism, but this is like a little like.
I'm for aspects of socialism, but yeah, it's a little close.
My point was not so much to get into the politics of it.
Yeah.
My point was more, what would you do with your $1,000 a month? What would you do with it? If you
Have it.
imagine you have $1,000 a month that doesn't have to be. It's just money you can have to spend. It doesn't need to be for housing, for food, for anything. It's just for you.
So this
to
is
have.
like pretending I have a
Yes,
kind of
I would
steady job.
Yes, but you can't spend it. You can't save it. You have to spend this. I'm making it hypothetical
Okay.
now. Now I'm
So
making
now
it fun.
the question is just you have $1,000. What do you spend it on?
No, it has to do with the news article. So it's salmon.
Right. Okay.
What would you like to buy? Is
This
the
is not the question
In
of the
general,
pod.
what do you want right now?
Cast. No, not what would you do right. You have $1,000 every month.
Oh,
I would.
depends on the month. Travel.
I would probably, if it was like steady every month, I would maybe like rent something.
Oh,
A movie.
If I already have a place to live, like maybe a studio or like a rehearsal space.
would
or
you rent it
something.
out, or you would rent it for you? Like you
For me, I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think-
I was just trying to think of something that I could like steadily
but
use
he
that money
raises an
for,
interesting
but-
point. I'm thinking because $1,000 isn't a lot when it comes to property. Actually, doesn't really work when it comes to property, especially in LA. But I'd probably try and invest in either stocks or maybe property in a
But
different
no,
state.
no,
where
you
it's much lower.
can't. You can't
I'm
save
saying,
it or invest.
I'm saying
You cannot
can't
invest?
You have
Oh.
to spend it.
Well, then I just
'Cause
travel.
That's
Travel.
another economic thing is that when people are given money, like for example, the reason you get a tax refund is not for you to save it. The more people spend, the more the economy grows. So the idea
Right.
of giving people money back is for them to spend it immediately.
Mm.
So I think that's another aspect of his giving everyone $1,000 is to spend it. Just a little economic stuff. Spend.
But wait, if it's recirculating, I think I might just not know enough about economics. Well, I definitely don't.
It's
but
not
to
a good plan.
understand
You're,
but- okay.
It is understandable that you don't understand it because it's not a good plan.
Okay.
But
Well, okay. Well, realistically, what I would use that $1,000 for is just like normal life stuff. Because like you have your income, and like you if you're smart, you have it planned out. Like rent,
Yeah,
food,
I have my
stuff like
income
that.
be my special money.
But
and
then stuff always happens. Life happens. Your car breaks down. It's
You
like,
can't
oh my god,
save
I don't
the money.
No, I know you can't save it. But what I'm saying is, I would use that money to do things that I normally wouldn't be able to. Like my car, if I needed to take it in the shop, and I would normally push that off because I don't have the money. I need to spend on other stuff. But then if I had that $1,000, I'd be like, great, I'm gonna get new tires. I'm gonna like, just things that like I wouldn't normally do, but I should do.
I think
and now I
that-
have the money for it. So
yeah, for me, if I was lucky enough to have a job that allowed this or find the time, I would just try and like every month, I guess, use $1,000 to do like a quick travel to someplace and then come back.
Ooh.
Just monthly visit a new place.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I would hire a team of scientists to build a jetpack.
See,
Can't save it.
much more
Can't
creative.
invest.
Yeah, I was hoping you guys would get creative with you. I would fix my car.
Build a plane.
I would build a jetpack.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know,
I didn't
someone
know that
already
only
did
cost
that.
$1,000. I could do that right
Yeah,
now.
there's a jetpack right behind you.
Now I wish we were filming it.
No, but someone made like a real Iron Man suit where you can fly like Iron, like
What?
from your
It was
wrist.
How much
it
does
was,
it
it was
cost?
Tony Stark.
$1,000.
It's literally like a real life Tony Stark. I don't know,
mean
probably
Elon
quite a
Musk?
bit more than that. But
I would
it's
if
really
I
cool.
had $1,000, I'd buy a Tesla.
Wow.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with the
I'd
real life
lease a
Iron Man
Tesla.
suit is if Iron Man outside of the universe of movies, you would just die even if you had the exact same suit from the movies. Like you would die.
You know what I hate?
Wait, elaborate. I'm confused.
Imagine trying to fly around in that. Eventually you would die and the metal helmet would not save you from you would
okay,
die.
I see.
It's
I
so-
see what you're
Be
saying.
dead.
Oh my god.
The
Yeah.
impact, like you
Yeah,
would
or
lose
it would like
control or
glitch out at
something.
one point and you would just fall and die, but like you would die.
Or like
somehow.
if you grew into a giant green monster, your pants wouldn't grow with you.
Hey,
You
that's
know?
not necessarily true.
to grow.
No, the thing is, I hate that.
Okay,
When
yeah.
people are like, if superheroes were real, they would all be dead. It doesn't make sense. They're superheroes.
no,
No,
okay.
it's
The thing
not a
is-
flaw in the movies. It's a flaw in this dude who designed a real suit. It's like, what are you gonna do now?
Right. That's always been like a thing. Is the suits. That's like the least thought out part of it. Like the superheroes, they like explain how they got their powers and like why, like everything has a reason. But then the suits are just like, oh yeah, we were able to design this suit that like you can catch on fire that just goes back to normal.
Yep.
We just designed it. It's technology. It's
fine.
stuff.
It's
you know.
it
Well,
looked cool.
I think that
And it
happened.
can just do like it's the same suit for all four of you guys, but when you turn into a huge rock thing, it just it's chilling. When you stretch out, it can do that
okay.
too. This one will turn invisible with you
Yeah.
too.
And
They
also,
just-
as
they
you
do it.
progress, you're just gonna get every movie that you have. It's gonna be slightly more dark and edgy until you get to maximum
and the
edginess.
suit will survive everything
I think-
unless there's a dramatic scene where you're a little bit more defeated than you normally are.
You'll have
Then
those-
there will be a small rip.
With like the little cut and like
Yeah.
a bloody cut, but it's not bleeding. You just have like the red,
Just
so
a
people
red
know
stripe.
like there is blood.
I think
Yeah.
part of that is I think we forget that the superheroes are supposed to be really smart. Like Tony Stark is supposed to be like smartest person.
Tony
on
Stark
Earth.
actually, that's the one that makes the most sense to me in that.
But I
universe,
agree.
yeah.
It's like, well, I made you this suit that is perfect for your. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's suspension of disbelief.
Of
yeah.
course, yeah. It's just funny.
I love
thinking about
superhero
it.
movies.
Yeah.
how do we get here?
I was watching a video essay that was really good. I'm not going to go into it a lot, but it was
a
just
video essay.
you've never heard of that?
No.
It's like it's usually about movies. I don't think it has to be, but it's like people edit stuff in, and it's basically just VO of them saying their opinion on something.
So
Got
is
it.
this is like the new reaction format videos, right?
Kind
Like
of.
the-
It's like this one was like someone. It's just to be entertaining almost, but what he's talking about in the Marvel thing, it'll have like action sequences without the audio just cut together and the music in the background, but then instead of the audio, it's the guy VO talking over it, like
Right.
explaining what he's
I didn't-
saying.
But then doesn't it also cut back to shots of them? Is it like those type of videos, or are
Shots
you
of-
talking about just the video essay
sometimes.
ones?
Sometimes
there's, like,
it is. I
two
think there's
versions
two types.
of it. Yeah, there's,
this
like, the
one was
straight
it was
video
cutting
essay.
back to him, but same type of thing.
Are you guys talking about Watch Mojo Top 10?
Just,
Yeah,
that's
almost,
like a
almost.
Yeah.
I get it. I didn't.
That's
I just
a
didn't-
list,
close.
but-
I didn't realize there was a name
Yeah.
for it.
But what was I gonna? Oh, I'm just gonna really abbreviate it because I don't want to take up everybody's time. You can just watch it. Patrick H. Willems is where I found it. Limitations of the Marvel Universe, but basically, it's just interesting to watch. I recommend it. The basic point was that they're really good, but they'll never be as good unless they make a big change. They'll never be as good as the origin movies because that's when the characters are allowed to change. And from then on, if you pay attention, anything can change in the universe, but nothing actually changes how things happen because they always have to go back to the norm. So it's nothing actually evolves in
like
the
a
movies
real life
anymore.
comic.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
everything goes back to normal in the end.
Which in movies people just have less patience for, I guess. But
I have a slight tangent. Have you guys watched? It's a pretty big tangent. Have you guys watched Family Guy recently?
No, it's been a long time.
It is sad. It's so clear that the writing is just gone. Like they've given up. They just want the show to be canceled, and they're just like trying to fix it. Like one of the episodes started off, and Peter was literally like, "Oh, are we starting now?" And then like Stewie was like, "Yeah, it's your line." And he was like, "Oh, sorry." And then like he did his line, and then like maybe 6 minutes later, they did another huge fourth wall break where he just started naming all these characters and like people who worked on the show. And they showed all the characters on the show just to do it. And then he brought up the Orville, which Seth MacFarlane's like, that's his main focus now. And it's like, it's just really lazy writing.
I think
they like are just trying to break the fourth wall because that's the easiest joke to do now.
I think part of it, that's always kind of been a part of Family Guy.
Of course,
more,
but now
more
it's
of a
so,
joke.
yeah.
But yeah, they've run out of things to do.
They'll straight
Yeah.
up just admit that they're like lazy writing because it's a joke, but then it's like it's not real. Like they'll like
yeah,
It's funny the first time,
exactly.
and maybe the second time, but the
well,
third
because
time.
what's just funny is
spaced
the
out
shock
more, not
factor
every
of when that
episode.
happens. So it's
right. You're not expecting it, but now I'm just expecting it in like every episode.
actually, you know what's impressive along those lines is that The Simpsons. It's always been kind of inconsistent in my opinion, but it still has some really funny episodes from time to time, which is impressive because it's been on for so long.
The Simpsons it's a cartoon, unlike Family Guy or American Dad or stuff like that, where not to say unrealistic things don't happen in The Simpsons, because that would, I mean, there's aliens in The Simpsons, but like The Simpsons is kind of more like a realistic slapstick cartoon, I want to say, where like things have to go, like when a character dies in The Simpsons, they're dead. And they kind of like make a big deal out of it or stuff like that, you know? Whereas like in Family Guy, it's like, well, we can do whatever we want. We can, everyone can be
it resets
eaten by
every
lions.
episode. Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's like, and they know that and they lean on that. And
or like when
it's-
there'll be a cutaway in Family Guy and it'll just be Peter on a white blank screen, be like, yeah, the editor or the artist didn't want to draw this one out, so let me just describe to you what's happening right now.
Yeah, there was like one episode where a bit or like recurring bit throughout the whole thing was that different characters were writing the episode, and so then it cut back, and that was pretty funny at first, but then it was
They
just
just
the whole
overused
episode.
their
Yeah, then like
jokes.
Brian was like, I wrote this joke. It was like, okay, yeah,
Thank
cool.
you, Brian.
Yeah,
This has been some tasty salmon.
yeah,
I agree.
This is
Very
a big
tasty.
one that really went all over the place.
Recommendation Railroad is
I'd
to
prefer-
taste salmon.
What?
What? It's
That
not
was my
time
re-
for that. Do you know what it's time for?
What?
The question of the podcast.
Wait, didn't you already ask one?
No, that was part of salmon.
Oh,
remember?
All right.
Today's question is cereal soup? If not, what is it?
Why would you do this?
What do you mean?
Wait,
Because they're a cold soup, so I can't say no. Soup
Right.
has to be hot.
But it's literally just a liquid surround it, you know?
well,
it's
let's
a
think.
soup.
It
I
really
don't like it,
depends
but
on
it's a
what you
soup.
put in first because
No, it doesn't
No,
matter what you
it's
put
a
in
soup.
first.
It's the
but
finished
listen,
product.
But listen,
If I make matzo ball soup, doesn't matter if I put the chicken
but you
broth
could
or the
argue,
matzo ball.
okay, but if you put in a lot, you know, when you put in a lot of cereal and then the milk is just kind of there, but it's too much cereal, then it becomes a salad.
Okay, wait, no, you're onto something because I think cereal is meant to just have like a little bit of milk to kind of
Yeah.
help you eat the cereal.
Exactly.
And so
America has
the
devolved.
thing that's different about soup and cereal is that soup, when you make it, it is what it is, and like it can be in that state for a long time and it doesn't change. It's
Oh,
still
and-
that. But with cereal, you put it in and it's hard at
He's
first.
right because with
but then
soup,
it gets soggy.
and especially with
So-
stew, you're making it because you're cooking it all together. So if my impression is correct, you're getting the flavors from the other things in it. But
Yeah.
it's not like with cereal. You're
Okay.
not like preparing it all so that they all blend.
So hear me out.
It depends on the cereal.
Dylan
Well,
was
yeah.
saying salad. I say cereal is a pasta. Think
Why?
about pasta. You put a stiff thing in water, and it gets soggy and kind of mixes
But
around.
you don't-
I think of the. I think
But
of
you don't
the,
make the cereal soggy. You want it to be hard, like the lettuce.
No, I don't.
Not
salad.
necessarily.
I
That's
like-
all preference.
I
The
like
milk
my.
is a
This is how I
dressing.
like my cereal. I like my cereal where you can't see the milk. Maybe there's a little pool at the bottom, but all of the cereal is soggy.
But do you put the cereal
Right.
in the milk and then just wait for it to soak?
I'll literally mix it.
Also,
for
guys,
me.
So it's like ramen. It's really ramen.
It's like completely different depending on which cereal it is. If it's
Wait.
bran flakes, it's one thing.
No.
If it's like Cheerios,
I'm
it's one
thinking,
thing. If
I'm
it's
talking
like
Cheerios.
okay, I figured.
Cereal is just crackers put into milk.
Yes, but what is that? I say it's
It's
a pasta.
crackers and milk.
You say it's a salad.
Yeah.
The
don't
only
know.
reason I was gonna say soup is because I was like, what else is it?
I say it's like an oatmeal.
No.
Wait,
Oh.
But it all depends
what
on the
is
balance,
oatmeal
though.
then?
It depends on how you prepare it, because if you put in too much milk, it could be a soup. It could even be a beverage with like things in it. Like boba is a beverage,
Right.
but there are hard things in
Oh
it.
my goodness.
I'm sticking.
So maybe it's
I'm-
boba.
I'm sticking with my my oatmeal. What's the other word for oatmeal? The like the grosser one that people don't usually use.
Oh, I know what you're talking
Oatmeal's
about, but I
pretty-
can't think of
right?
it.
Porridge.
Well, there's that,
Porridge.
but I think there's I don't know. Anyway,
Gruel.
But, yeah, it honestly might be that. But I think it's closer to that because it's hard at first, and then you like make it softer like the oatmeal. But if
But
you
you have
like
to
it
cook
harder,
that.
you could have it harder.
The big
like-
difference in preparation is it's not in a liquid. It's you cook it, you prepare it in the liquid.
right?
And
But I
then
mean,
it
everything is
absorbs it.
different. Like everything.
I mean, so if you had cereal, if you soaked the milk into the cereal, but then just ate the cereal, then it would be oatmeal. But
I'm
without
not-
the oats. Oatmeal is oats. Wait.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought this was gonna be a stupid question. Everyone was just gonna be like, cereal is
Yeah,
cereal.
we latched a little too hard onto this one. No one
no,
else
but your
cares.
final answer.
I'm really curious.
Does it have to be between like?
Is it a soup or is it not? And what is it if it's not?
Okay, I see. You know what? I'm gonna say it is a soup.
It's a soup.
Yeah.
Dylan?
It just depends on the preparation and
No,
the balance.
you
But
gotta
I
pick
will
one.
go with salad.
All right. I say it is a pasta.
And just because I didn't clarify this, I went away from my oatmeal answer because of I think what Dylan said. That's true. You do have to cook it, and that is kind
Yeah.
of a big
Yeah.
thing. It is, but with soup, you don't necessarily have to cook it. You could just mix all the ingredients together. So I'd say it's
Good
a
point.
soup.
But then
Okay.
is that a
Yeah.
soup if you're just mixing and not cooking?
Yeah,
Yeah, why not?
yeah, because they're
Huh.
yeah. I think you
cares?
can do like cold tomato sauce and like mix it in with.
But
stuff
wait a
and then
minute.
it's like-
Isn't that a pasta?
Next time on the question of the podcast.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you guys hear?
Oh,
What is that?
oh,
Could it be?
I'm unsure of where it is right now.
Hop on board. It's a recommendation railroad.
Well, guys, it's time to hop on the recommendation railroad. You know how it works. Your ticket is one recommendation. If you don't have a recommendation, you're stuck in this podcast forever. We'll start with Dylan.
Yeah. I'm gonna recommend. I was watching. So y'all know Guy Ritchie. He's a really stylistic
Sure.
director. I really like his stuff. Legend of the Sword is nobody likes it. I liked some of it. I liked the style of it. But I went back and watched his old Sherlock Holmes films because I was like curious. I would recommend those, and especially the second one, because it's very good. It's fun. It's a fun time.
Interesting. Noah, are you ready? Do you have your
no,
ticket?
no. I think I'm ready now. It's another song. Last week I recommended a song.
Actually, that was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, you're right. It was 2 weeks ago.
I know.
It's another song, and I'll probably play it again on the vlog. But it's called Sunspot. Nope, that's not what it's called. That is what it's called. It's. I'm not doing too well. It's called Sunspot by Emefe, which is Emefe.
Emefe.
Yes. And it's really cool. Like, it's not like a normal song. What, like, if you're not like really into music, like it's not what you'll be expecting.
So in other words, it's not verse, chorus, bridge, chorus.
Right. It's very instrumental heavy. I think it's just an instrumental. There are no lyrics.
No lyrics.
But it's one of the like.
What is this?
It's one of the best grooves I've ever heard.
Interesting.
Like the beat is not what you're expecting with the musical part.
Yeah.
And it's just locked, and it's so good. It's so cool. Highly recommend.
We'll be sure to check it out.
Yeah.
For me, my ticket, as I pull it out of my pocket, the 2008 movie, I want to say, with it's called with Jake Gyllenhaal, and I've been listening to a lot of podcasts about serial killers. I love that stuff. I listened to one
Yeah.
called Zodiac.
Oh,
I have one more thing.
Ted Cruz.
Okay, but
Yeah.
Ted Cruz is legit. But there's a movie I think it's called 2008 called Zodiac or something with Tony Stark. What's that actor's name?
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey
oh yeah, he's
Jr.
also in the
in-
Sherlock movie. I recommend
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
That's
that's
true.
the director. That
Yeah.
one's so good. That's what made me think of it. I
Super
think.
good.
It's a good movie. No one knows who the Zodiac Killer is, but we kind of do know. But we
Ted
have no
Cruz.
proof.
I want to leave on one thing.
Oh wait, if you want to leave on it, I also have an extra ticket if that's okay.
Okay,
I just
yeah.
realized
No,
it was
no,
very
go first.
topical. I shouldn't wait.
I'll go
Okay.
after you.
I'll make this super quick because it's an extra ticket.
Already making
But-
it longer than it needs.
Yep.
to be.
So I saw Us last night. Not going to spoil it. Not going to say anything about the plot. I'm going to say it's getting really good reviews. You should go watch it, but don't go in already knowing if you're going to like it or not. If that makes sense, go in ready to like form your own opinion because it's just really
Ooh.
interesting.
That's good advice.
And I would encourage you to just like blank slate it.
Dylan is a racist because he doesn't like us.
I didn't say that.
But okay, so I watched this YouTube video where they interviewed a ton of people. It's a Jax Films YouTube video where he interviewed a ton of people asking them if they knew a name of a single character in the movie Avatar. And so I wanted to just ask you guys if you know a single character from
because
Avatar.
I just read a fact
and,
on
and this
Instagram, I
is James
think.
Cameron Avatar, not Avatar: The Last
Oh,
Airbender.
shoot. Wait, is it? It was like James or Jake something.
Nope, that's James Cameron.
No.
Isn't the
but
Mo?
because it was JS was the initials because it was
Oh?
supposed to be like John Smith. So it was
This
like
is the only character that people could
Jared,
possibly
Jake,
remember.
Yeah, the main
Wait.
character's name is Jake
Jake something.
You're
Jake.
Summers.
You're so close. You know it. I know you know it. Just say it.
I really don't even have an idea.
His
Okay.
first name
an
is
S.
Jake, right?
Yes.
What's his last name?
I don't know. It's Sully or Scully. It's one of those two.
Sully.
I think-
Jake
yeah,
Sully.
Yeah,
Jake Sully. Yeah.
But
Yeah, I can name a character.
Jake Sully.
Jake Sully.
okay,
What's the
but
blue
do you know
lady?
anyone else in that movie?
I watched that movie in like 2012 or whenever when it came out and never watched it
Here's the
again.
thing: I could describe the characters.
Right.
I cannot name. You have.
I know the
evil-
Navi. I know.
Yeah. Unobtainium.
I know there's probably a general somewhere, a general name, but I don't know his name.
Isn't that the
but-
mineral they're mining for?
Probably.
Unobtainium.
I have a quick
Maybe.
question.
Like it's unobtainable.
Is that a good movie or was it just a good movie at the time? I
It's the
haven't
top
seen it in
grossing
forever.
movie of all time.
Yeah, but I think
but
that's
like
just-
money doesn't really.
Right, no, I know, but it's
Venom
obviously
made
it's
a
not
lot of money.
because it's above Star Wars and like
The plot is good.
and Avengers and like
Yeah.
anyone, even if they haven't seen it, can name one character from the Avengers or Star Wars. Like those are
Yeah.
huge. But Avatar, like although it was
Well, they're also
big,
just weird names, I would imagine.
was
I don't
it
even
really
remember.
like a really good movie that
I think-
resonated with you?
I
if you
think
don't
the
remember
visual
anything?
effects at the time were just so
Right.
ahead.
Yeah, that's true, and it was very like 3D and colorful and like that.
I haven't seen it in a while, but I think they hold up. Too.
I remember
They-
that it was cool looking.
They
Yeah.
have like I want to say 7, but I'm gonna go with 4 in the works right now. 4 sequels to
I think,
Avatar.
yeah, he said it was going to be a 7-movie series,
yeah,
and they've just been working on it forever.
but it's still coming out. They're still going to come out with the sequel,
I mean,
and
it
I'm
took
pretty
them
sure it
7
came
years
out
to make the
in
first
like
one, yeah.
2009. It could have been
Something like that.
2012, but I'm pretty sure it was even longer.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And I haven't seen it, and so I want to rewatch it. I'll get back to y'all next week about if it's good.
You'll be like, I
Alright.
know all the
Yeah.
characters.
Let me pull
Alright.
out my list.
This has been the French Fox podcast.
the Frenchy Foxy
We're pulling out on
potty.
the train.
We're
Shout out
leaving
Augie.
all of you. You didn't bring your tickets, but we
Waving
did,
from
so
the
we're out of here.
windows.
Hope you enjoyed. This has been Dylan,
Hey.
Noah.
Hi.
I'm
wait,
Will.
wait. Why did we say, hey, we're leaving?
Bye.
Let's try this
Yes,
again.
okay.
This is Dylan,
Bye.
Noah.
Bye.
Oh, okay. Let's try this one more time.
No, just.
This has been Dylan
Goodbye.
and Noah. And I am Will. We love all of you. Check us out. New podcast released every Thursday. New office hours every Sunday. Check it out. Like us on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Stitcher.
Snapchat.
Yeah, Snapchat.
We
Just
have
like
one?
us on Snapchat.
Guess.
And we'll see you guys around.
Hey, you need more info than that. Follow us on all social media at French Fox
Yes.
Pod.
Thank you. I didn't know. I never remembered
Send me
that.
money
Prod.
through PayPal.
I said it wrong. French
Prod.
Fox Prod, like productions.
Prod.
We got a lot of exciting
Prod.
stuff coming.
Yeah.
So check us out. Give us a subscribe. Like, comment. Tell us what you like. We love if anyone gives us a suggestion, we will talk about it. We love you guys.
Shoot, if someone knows the username, please tell me. But otherwise, shout out to whoever did the best comment I've ever seen in my life, which is I'm listening to this at night, I believe it was. Really like that
Oh,
comment.
interesting.
Don't know why. It just really made me
Yeah, out
laugh.
of context. I don't know why it's the best comment, but
There
would
is no
agree.
context for it. Yeah.
All right. So if you're still listening, I'm sorry about this ending. We love you. I love you. Have a great night because you're listening at night.
Happy birthday.